Shalom, shalom, brother Kadash.
Shalom, brother Kunal.
I want to start off by giving our praises to
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash.
This camp, we're going to break down the 4 horsemen. We not going through the whole chapter because we did if you go to the channel, we did all the Revelations breakdown. We did every chapter breakdown. That's still on the channel. But we want to, you got to keep going back through it. You know what I mean? If you don't use it, you lose it. So now we're going to go through just the part where it's talking about the 4 horsemen because, that's still a prophecy. Those prophecies are being fulfilled, but some of those prophecies still need to be fulfilled. So we just going to jump straight into that. That's Revelation chapter 6, right? Yeah, that's Revelation, the beginning of Revelation chapter 6, But it's some things that we want to touch on in there, some insightful things. You got it?
Yep. This Revelation 6, verse 1. And I saw when the Lamb opened one of the seals, and I heard as it were the noise of thunder, one of the 4 beasts saying, Come and see. And I saw, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him, and he went forth conquering and to conquer.
Get Revelation 19, starting at verse 19. Now we got to break down who this white horse is, right? Because we know the word white goes into purity, righteousness, you know what I mean? And him that sat on the horse, right? And then it say he had a bow, and he went conquering. We know that this is talking about Yahweh Shai, so we're going to break it down.
Revelation 19, verse 19. And I saw the beasts and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse.
What did it say?
And I saw the beasts and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the
horse. So what horse you would say he's sitting on like a righteous or pure horse? If we needed, let me get the definition of the word white, right? So it's the same thing. Him that sat on a horse. Now it's going to break down what he's doing, and what he's doing goes back to he's conquering. Watch this.
To conquering and to conquer.
When people hear white, they think of the white man.
Right.
He not really white, man. You see what I'm saying? They just think everything white man when they hear white. But white actually has a definition, right? Which now they be changing it. Now they talk about the color of milk, of fresh snow, due to the reflection of wavelengths of visible light, belonging to or denoting a human group having light colored skin. So that wasn't always there before America was born. That wasn't, before America was established, that wasn't the definition of white. So they changed the thing. We've been seeing that on Google. They be changing and updating things. This is just Google. So you gotta really you gotta look up the definition. Let me see. You gotta go into one of these dictionary.com to get it. Right? So now they got the definition of white meaning light. It means light, right? So who is that light? Finish that up in Revelation 19. Then we gonna jump to John 1 because it really breaks down the light, right? But now they talking about pale. No, the definition of pale is pale. That's a whole different definition. That's not the definition of white. This shit is crazy. They got a light and color of human beings. No, a person that's light skinned, they're light skinned. You know what I mean? That's not the definition of white. So this is crazy. But this is what we here for, you know what I mean? But ultimately, most of them are saying it breaks down to light, right? Wow, they really changed the color of white up. The definition of white. Adjacent light compared to black. White is the lightest color, right? So we know who the light is. You got that in Revelation 19.
Yeah. I was trying to help
I tried, but they did change all the definitions, right?
Here you go.
Got it.
White represents purity or innocence.
Right.
Yep.
So if it represents purity, we know Yahweh Shai is the only one that's pure. Ain't none of us on earth 100% pure, because he was the lamb unblemished. But he also, like it said in John 1, which I'm finna get, he also was the light. So if that's the definition of white, what the fuck is they talking about all these other definitions? Pale in pigment, light skin, colored person.
Milk.
Like, that's some shit they added. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta watch out for that.
Because they add it because people now being brought to the awareness of why they call themselves that. You see what I'm saying? But this is continuing on. Verse 19, it says, and I saw the beast and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army.
So if he going to war, he's going to conquer them. If he win, he conquer them. That's what war is for, conquer.
Verse 20, and the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him.
Right there. So he conquered them. He won. He won the war, right? That's a prophecy that has not yet been fulfilled, but it is going to be fulfilled. And this is John 1, verse 6. There was a man sent from God whose name was John. The same came for a witness, to bear witness of the light, that all men through him might believe. He was not the light, but was sent to bear witness of the light. That was the true light, which lighteth every man that cometh in the world. He was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. He came into his own, and his own received him not. But as many as received him, so yeah, there was Israelites that didn't receive him, but there were Israelites that did receive him. He fed like 5,000 or something like that followed him. To them gave he the power to become sons of God, even to them that believe on his name. Right? And this is talking about Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. So that's who the light is. That's the pure one. You know what I mean? So when it says he was on a white horse, well, the definition is a pure horse, a light of light. And who's the light? Yahweh Shai.
6, so at the top.
Shit, bro. Left from.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, verse 2. No, verse 3. And when he had opened the second seal, I heard the second beast saying, come and see. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword.
Right. So before we get to that, right, going back to the white horse, it said he had a crown. He was able to give crowns. This is 2nd Esdras, right, in the Apocrypha, right, chapter 2. Let me see, make sure. Verse 42. I, Esdras, saw upon the Mount Sion a great people who I could not number. And they all praised the Lord with songs, and in the midst of them there was a young man of high stature, taller than all the rest. And upon every one of their heads he set a crown and was more exalted, which I marvel at greatly. So who's the one that's going to be putting crowns on the elect? That's Yahweh Shai, man. So we broke that down. That's clear as day. Can you read that back, what you just read?
Yep.
But now we finna get into Esau.
Verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and the power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword.
Right, so who rules the world with the sword today? Right, so the white man's ruling the world. Why? With his weapons. That's what the sword does. Esau got a literal sword. That sword has been updated spiritually today to nuclear missiles. He's in rulership because of his weapons, not because he's a good person, not because he's a good leader, not because everybody just wanted him. He was just a great leader and he was chosen. No, he's in rulership because they went around the world with the colonizers. They they went around the world colonizing different places by force, by their weapons, by the threat of, if you don't do what we want, we're going to kill you. We're going to put you in slavery. We're going to rape your woman. We're going to oppress you. Right? That's how he got power show over the earth. That's why it says him that was given a great sword to him to rule the earth. Right? And
is that what we gonna go over in 27 that you got?
What, Genesis?
Yeah.
What's the chapter?
27. Yeah.
Yeah, get that one. I got this one first. This is Genesis 25, verse 25. Right? It says, verse 24. And when her days were to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb, and the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. So this is going to the Edomites. That's the red man. That's the man in the Bible that was referred. When you look in the Bible, the man that was referred to as red. Now we get ready and we get all those different words, but the man that was referred to as red all over was Esau. This is the man that's ruling the world. Esau is the white man. You see how it all makes sense and it's clear upon the tables, right? So when we make it clear and plain to you, look, the white man, he's the one that was called red. The Bible says that the red man will be ruling the world with the sword. Esau was the red man. He the one that got blessed with the sword. We see that the white man is ruling the earth, and he's the one that's doing it with the sword. So put two and two together. Who are the Edomites? Who's Esau today? Who's the Edomites? The white man that's ruling the world. That's it.
To further elaborate on that, this is Genesis chapter 27, starting at verse 38. And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing? My father, bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. And by the sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
Break it down.
Yeah, so it's just going back into the red horse. You see what I'm saying? It's just further proving that the red horse is the Edomites or Esau, right? Or his descendants that's running the world today, who's then caused all the confusion on earth. You know what I'm saying? Who is the most biggest mass murderer on earth? You see what I'm saying? Who got the most bodies than any serial killer that they got documentaries about? You see what I'm saying?
They killed more people on earth than any other nation.
Come on.
Right? They spilled more blood on earth than any other nation.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? They took more land than any other nation.
That was his job. He was appointed that. You see what I'm saying? That's why he's the devil that the Bible speaks about. You see what I'm saying? That's why the Bible says that everything the Lord created was for a purpose. So Esau was created for the purpose of evil.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? And so he just represents that, because the Bible speaks in metaphors or parables. You see what I'm saying? So people is literally thinking about an actual red horse. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? But it symbolizes something. It's just using that as a metaphor, but everybody not gonna catch it. So that red horse, when you go back into the birth of Esau, you see what I'm saying? He came out red. You see what I'm saying? That red symbolizes his blood through his body, because he didn't have no pigmentation.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Melanin,
So he's the red. He's the red horse, not an actual red horse.
Yeah. And see, it's for us, the Israelites, going into Romans 3, we ain't got to get it. It's for us to make it plain upon the table. Islam like to say, well, the Quran is simple, right? Well, it's simple because the people that the Ishmaelites that the Quran was made by, who really made it, the Ishmaelites, and who is for, they still have control over that document. Right. The Bible is so twisted and everything because the Israelites who was made by and for, we lost control of it. So just like if the Ishmaelites lost control over the authority over the Quran, then people be twisting and making doctrines out of that too. Right? So that proves and points to us being the true Israelites even more. Right? Because the people who say they are, look what has been done with the truth in the Bible under their authority. As a matter of fact, I got this precept. This is Job 9. Right? But the Bible is clearly still the most important book in the world. Right? That's a fact. So this is Job 9 verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. See? And he covered the faces of the judges thereof, if not where, right? And who is he? So it's saying like, it's a rhetorical question like, then who is the wicked? Who is the one that's running? They said the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Who is he? You don't know who he is? You don't know who's running the world? You don't know who's covering the face of the judges, whitewashing all the paintings, going into the Bible telling you everybody was white, telling you God, when you look up Google God, and a white man pop up. When you look up Google Jesus, a white man pop up. They're showing you who they are. That's who took the Bible, twisted it, and made all these lies. That's why we call him the devil. The deceiver.
What's the next one we get?
Keep on in Revelation 6.
Verse 5. Revelation 6, verse 5. And when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, come and see. And I beheld, and lo, a black horse. And he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand. Verse 6. And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures for barley for a penny, of barley for a penny, and see thou hurt not the oil and the wine.
Right, so the breakdown of that is an apocrypha, but we gonna get hurt not the oil, right? So we know that that's talking about, well, it's two things, like, at the same time. It's like, it's talking about the elect, because that's hurt not the oil. Get that in Revelation 7. Shalom. Yeah, Revelation 7 from the top. Hurt not the oil, right? But it's also talking about the truth too. Hurt not the truth. So the truth still here, even though they twisted and lied about some stuff. The Lord always has his prophets there to teach the actual truth.
Right. Revelation 7 verse 1. And after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God, and he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea.
Watch this.
Verse 3, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God in their foreheads.
So the trees gonna be hurt, the sea's gonna be hurt, because it tells you that in Revelations, I believe that's 8, when it says the waters are gonna be made lukewarm, contaminated, right? But it's saying don't hurt them yet. Why is it saying don't hurt them yet? So the elect don't be hurted. So until the elect is sealed and safe, it's pretty much saying the Lord is holding back that judgment, that fire and brimstone, that second death, until the elect is sealed. Once the elect is sealed, then the Lord gonna let it go, and then it's gonna be woe to the earth, to the inhabitants of the earth. Got that back in Revelation 6.
Yep. Revelation 6 verse 7. And when he had opened the 4th seal, I heard the voice of the 4th beast say, come and see. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death.
Yeah.
And he followed, and hell followed with him, and power was given unto him over the 4th part of the earth, to kill with sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with beasts of the earth.
Right, so we understand that this is still going back, talking about all the horses. The first one's talking about Yahweh Shai. The red one is talking about the man the wicked that's ruling the earth. And that's the same thing with the last 3. Because Esau was given the power for judgment. He could bring you in his cart. He could kill you if he want to. He could lie and lock you up. You right? He could tell you can't have multiple wives. You only can marry one on paper. You know what I mean? Some of the things that like let's just say like R. Kelly. You know, Esau say that he wrong for it, for some of the things he was doing. But do the Bible say it? But Esau a hypocrite, because Esau was having women at 14. See, they was taking slaves at 14, 12, 13 and bringing them in the house and popping them. Now he make up a rule saying you can't do it now. But the Bible don't really put no age. We not advocating for you to do that, you know, because we grew up here. We learned the ways of here, so we understand that our mindset not going to be on that. You know what I mean? But man, like R. Kelly, you know, took we ain't gotta go too much into it, but you know, he took Aaliyah at, they said, like age of 16. Well, I got cousins that was pregnant at age of 16, that had kids at the age of 16. So what is we really talking about? You see what I'm saying? We got grandmas and great grandpas.
How old was R. Kelly back then?
That got probably young, in his 20s or some shit like that. We got grandmas and grandpas that got married at age 16, 17. Great.
Because they even demonized you. Because the reason why I asked that, because I don't know how old R. Kelly was, but back earlier in his career, because he's still in his 40s now.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
He had to be in his 20s.
So he had to be in his 20s. So now they even demonized. I just seen something on Facebook. They trying to demonize this 19-year-old boy for fucking with this 15-year-old girl.
Which is just stupid.
They both teenagers.
Because if you go to places like, in different places like Saudi Arabia and shit like that, right? So they like our cousins, because we got a common grandfather, which is Abraham, right? So we got some similar ways and shit. They Hebrew, we Hebrew. But the thing is like, if you go over there in certain places, you become a man at 12. You a man at the age of 12, and they get that from the Bible, right? Because Yahweh Shai, they say he was like around the age of 12, and his mom came and was asking what he was doing when he was down teaching. He was like, what business would you have with me? Pretty much, he's standing on his own now. You see what I'm saying? So, and if you say, okay, Man, every single one of us, bro. Well, I ain't gonna say every single one of us, but stop the bullshit. Y'all know when y'all was in high school, when y'all was 17, y'all was having sex with 16-year-olds, freshmen. No, 16 is sophomore.
Yeah.
So a freshman is 15. I know seniors that was having sex with freshmen. We didn't look down on them. We was all in high school. We knew juniors that was having sex with freshmen coming in. You see what I'm saying? And I asked one of my cousins this shit, right? Because we got on this R. Kelly statement. I said, so when you, and this what killed, I said, so when you was in high school, you was a junior, you ain't have sex with a freshman or a sophomore? Nigga couldn't sit. And I said, okay, when you look at the numbers, they had to be 15 or 16. You had to be 17 or 18. Right. Niggas started trying to make up shit. No, that's still not, that's wrong. Everybody in the house was like, what? Nigga, you know damn well we was having sex with freshmen when we was seniors.
We all children still. I mean,
you see what I'm saying? But this the bigger question though, right?
Right.
Because if I'm 18 and she 15 and she a freshman, or she's 16, because we had seniors that was bringing freshmen and sophomores to prom. Yeah. As a freshman and sophomore, you couldn't go to prom unless an upperclassman took you there. So that means even the school advocated. They said, look, you can't go to prom as a freshman unless an upperclassman invites you. So even we all know what happens after prom. You get a hotel room, you have sex with a young lady. That's what happens after prom. So even the school was advocating for it, right? But this is the question though. What's the difference from a 19-year-old penis going into a 15-year-old, 16-year-old penis from a 25-year-old penis going to a 15, 16? It's still penis going to a vagina. Right. So if you say it's okay for this 19-year-old or this 18, if you say it's okay from a 16-year-old and a 15-year-old to have sex, then what's the difference from a 25-year-old having sex with a 15-year-old? It's still penis going to vagina. So you can't have it both ways. Either you gonna say if they under 18, they cannot have sex at all with nobody. The moment you say it's okay for them to have sex with people around their age, then that opens the door for everything. Because it's still penis. You see what I'm saying? No, well, ain't no difference from my penis from I'm 30 years old. Ain't no difference from my penis right now from when I was 18. It's the same. It's the same thing. You see what I'm saying? So y'all gotta stop the bullshit, man. And y'all really taking away woman blessings, because women that was 16, 17, they supposed to get with man that's 30 that's already built a life. They getting with 18-year-old, 19-year-old dudes that can't take care of them. And then that's when they start running from dude to dude, because this 18-year-old, 19-year-old, he might love you, but he ain't made nothing of himself yet. He don't have no wealth. He can't take care. He can't afford you. He can't take care of family and kids, man. He's still a kid himself. So yeah, the young woman's supposed to get with the older man because the older man have the house, they have the cars, and then what the hell is the point of a 19-year-old girl getting with a 19-year-old man? She's smarter than the 19-year-old man. She's supposed to get with a 30-year-old man that could teach her, that could build her. See, y'all got the game fucked up. I'm sorry for that little rant. I was just in the spirit.
No, you good. Let me see. Revelation 6. We still in this one, right?
Well, get that. Read that last verse you just read, and then go to Ezekiel 35 to break that down.
Okay, Ezekiel verse 8. Revelation 6 verse 8. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and he followed with him, and hell followed with him, and power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth to kill with sword and with hunger and with death and with the beast of the earth.
Who is get Ezekiel 35? Who is killing at the top? Who is killing? Who is shedding all this blood, man, on earth? Are we gonna play dumb? We don't see who's shedding all the blood? Who is killing with the sword, with weapons of mass destruction? Who has that power to do that?
Who's been known to do that?
Who's been known? If you say, well, it's many nations that got weapons of mass destruction, who's number one on the list? Who's the strongest one? Who's the number world superpower? Who has more blood on their hand? Now read that. That's going to explain to you.
Ezekiel 35 verse 1. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus saith the Lord God, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord. Verse 5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and has shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time of their iniquity had an end.
What did it say? You shed the blood of the children. That's who the Lord worried about. He ain't worried about no Edomites killing Ishmaelites. He worried about the other nations killing Israelites. It said you shed their blood by the sword, just like in Revelation 6, that was given the power to, roughly paraphrase, to create war by sword and kill by the sword. It's saying the same thing, but what is Ezekiel 35 talking about? Who did it say? Mount Seir. Who's Mount Seir? Esau. Who's Esau? The Edomites that come from the man Esau. So who has power on earth right now to shed blacks, Latinas, and Native Americans? Who did that to the blacks, natives? Who took the blacks in slavery? And who oppressed them and put them in slavery in America? Who took the land from the Native Americans and committed genocide on them in the Latinas? How did they even become Latina? How did they even start speaking Spanish? You had white men, the Spaniards, that came over and conquered them. How did they conquer them? Did they come over and just do business deals and that's how they got America? That's what some of them say. They dumbass. No, they did it with the sword, with weapons.
Of mass destruction.
It's simple.
That was it on that one?
Yeah.
Verse 9. Revelation 6, verse 9. And when he had opened the fifth seal, I saw under the altar the souls of them that were slain with the word of God and for the testimony which they held.
Right, so that's it on Revelation 6. You get that last one in Isaiah 63. So that's the point though, right? Is that this all led up to the oppression. The oppression of the Israelites. Right? So that's why the Lord has a beef. That's why the Lord is coming back for vengeance. You know, what vengeance, like, what do y'all think the Lord is coming back for? When he says he's coming back for vengeance, what do you think it's for? You just vengeance for what? Just nothing? He coming back for vengeance for what happened to the Israelites. That's what the Bible is speaking about. It's not some people that's just claiming to be the Israelites, or some people that say, look, replace the Israelites with the church. No, he's coming back for the bloodline descendants of Israel for vengeance for them. Read that, and it's going to tell you how he's going to do it.
Isaiah 63, starting at verse 1. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra?
So, y'all, all you Christians want to talk about Paul's writings. Why y'all don't never read Isaiah 63? Did this already happen? No, this is a future prophecy. Because the Lord ain't came back yet to do this. We all agree that this is talking about the Lord that's going to do it. Why is it saying who is this that coming from Edom? So that means what? That Esau will still be around when the Lord returns. He's still going to be here when the Lord returns. Right? And what is the Lord going to do to him? Well, read that.
This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save.
Yeah, so when the Lord come back, these people called Edom, the Edomites, they're still going to be around. And he going to have a vengeance against them. Why is he going to have a vengeance against Edom? Why? Because you going to find out that that's who the wicked is that's ruling the earth. All the other precepts we read about the wicked ruling the earth, that's Esau, that's Edom. That's why the Lord said when he come back, who is that come from Edom? Because whenever you a king and you want to sit on the throne and you want to take the crown, you're going to go to the top guy, the guy that's sitting on the throne, and you're going to take the crown from him, right? Ain't no, then the Lord going to punish all nations when he come back, but there ain't no point of really focusing your most focus on Ishmaelites, the Arabs. No, he going to put his focus on the white man that's ruling the earth. That's going to be his main focus. That's the #1 superpower like Egypt was, right? So that's who he's going to come to take out first, because the rest of the world is following after them. The rest of the world is getting Starbucks, they making skyscrapers, they wear suits, they following after white men. So he going to make an example of them. And then the rest of the nations that still fight against him, he going to make examples of them too. But a lot of them going to get the point when they see what he did to Esau. They going to say, oh, that was the strongest on earth. Look what he just did to them. I'm finna fall down to the Israelites.
Yeah.
Get down or lay down.
Verse 2. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat?
Right, so why is his garments red? With the bloodshed. It's representing that he's coming back to shed blood and kill. That goes back to Revelation 19. They gonna make war with him. What happens in war? People die.
Verse 3. I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in my anger, and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my remnant.
That's it. So they blood gonna be on his garments. That's how the Lord gonna do it, man. So the Lord is saying, like, look, he's mad. Did it say he was mad? He was angry in my anger?
Yeah.
So ask yourself why he mad. Well, the wicked is in rulership of the earth right now, and the earth is following them in wickedness. Then ask yourself, well, then who has rulership over the earth then? It's just that simple, and this is what the wacky type of Christians, they just don't want to admit. Is the Lord angry and mad? Is the Lord coming back to kill? The answers to that is yes. I wanted to start a YouTube called Yes or No. And I wanted to have people on the YouTube, and I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and you only can answer by yes or no. Because if you make them say yay or nay, you get the truth.
Yeah.
If they get to explain it, then they get to kind of explain it, and then that's where the deception comes in. Ask them yay or nay. You see what I'm saying? When you ask, I forgot what leader it was, but it was some leader of the Israelite camp. Do he hate Edomites? Right? Or if you ask,
you know who that was? That was Bishop Nate.
No, Bishop Nate did it too. But before him, I think it was ISUPK leader. I don't really know his name, but he sat down with like a Jewish dude and he asked him that question. They both voted on that question, right? Because you know what he means. Right, but they got to explain. They both said no, and then they came with the explanation of why they say no. Make them say yes or no, yay or nay.
Just yay or nay.
Yay or nay. Then it's a difference. And then let them, if people want to make assumptions based on that yay or nay, then let them make assumptions on it.
I got one more.
When you do yay or nay, it's different. So is the Lord mad? Yay or nay? Is he angry? The answer is yes. Is he coming back to kill? Yay or nay? The answer is yes. Is he coming back to kill Edomites? Yay or nay? The answer is yes. So why is he coming back to kill? Then that's when you get at why is he coming back to kill the Edomites? Well, who's ruling the earth? Is the white man the most powerful force on earth right now? Yeah or nay? The answer would be yes. So stop the bullshit, man. Put the two and two together. That's who the Edomites are. That's who the Lord coming back to destroy.
This is Numbers, chapter 35, verse 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are. For blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. So that's why the Lord is coming back. Also, he's coming to shed the blood of them who shed blood of a certain people, because that's the only way it can be cleansed. Blood for blood. You see what I'm saying? That's righteous justice. Yep. So the Lord coming back. That's why his garment is going to be dyed red. Yep.
So I mean, just answer a yay or nay question then. Did the white man shed blood to get America?
Yes.
Right. So, and then we can go deeper on who blood he shed, which we gonna say is the Israelites, right? But okay, so if he shed blood, get that in Habakkuk 2. If he shed the blood, like he just read in Numbers, then his blood got to be shed. It don't matter how many years that went by. It don't matter how much time, how many good things he's done since. It was a necessary evil. It don't matter. He still shed the blood, and the only way to cleanse that blood is by his blood being shed. That's how you got America. Y'all not native to America. Y'all know that shit.
Right.
Verse 5.
Habakkuk 2, verse 5. Yeah, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all.
Because he couldn't stay at home. He enlarges his desire. He had to go over to this land over here. The Israelites are over there. Let me go over there and take that land. Then he took that land, and then he had to go over there to Israel. Let me take that land. Then they still trying to take more land from the Palestinians because they can't stop. Then they trying to take Russia land on their borders. That's why Russia all mad. They can't stop.
Yeah. Verse 6.
He gathered into them all people. What's that called? America. Mystery Babylon the Great. That cup. Babylon. You got all nations coming here. You got women from Saudi that want to come here because they don't want to have to follow their religion, their way of life. They want to come over here and follow the white man.
They want to come over here and be rebellious.
You got the black woman. She don't want to follow the Bible to what it says. She want to follow what the white man told her about the Bible.
Verse 6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long to him that letteth himself with thick clay?
Right, so that's what's going on with the World War III. Russia is saying, look, you keep increasing land, you keep taking, this ain't yours, man. You gotta back up. China is saying, no, look, Taiwan, that's our shit. North Korea, South Korea, that's all ours. And America is like doing it behind scenes in a slick way, but they partner and allying with these nations to fight against China, to fight. They partner with Ukraine to fight. What does America have to do with Ukraine and Russia war? Why are they over there in their business?
Exactly.
What do they have to do with Israel and Palestine?
On the other side of the globe.
Why are they in their business?
Exactly.
What they got to do with North Korea and South Korea? China and Taiwan. You see what I'm saying? So it's the same thing in the Bible. So we showing you how it relates to today, how you can actually see it playing out today. We making it clear playing upon the table.
Verse 7. Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee? That shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee?
Right there. So what you see Russia rising up. That's going to bite America. They're going to send nuclear missiles on. You see China rising up. You see North Korea rising up. You see Iran rising up. You see the Palestinians rising up again. They tired of this place. They like, hell no, y'all just doing too much. Y'all taking too much. Y'all want a one world government, one world, new world order where y'all in complete control of all lands and all nations and all ways of life. Everywhere you go on the earth, it's like America.
Yeah.
They like, hell no, they gonna fight back.
So they can push this LT community shit on everybody.
Yep, and Internet of All Things and that MOTB on everybody.
Verse 8. Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the peoples shall spoil thee.
Yep.
Because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. Woe to him that coveteth, and evil covetousness to his house.
Because that's covetousness. Oh, they got their land over there. I want their land. That's covetousness.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I want the Israelite woman. I want to, take them. I want this land. I want their gold. Damn, they follow this book. They getting power from following the Lord. I'm going to take their book. Then they the Jews. I'm going to take their nationality. Now we the Jews. Then they the Egyptians. We going to take their nationality. Now we the Egyptians. Then they the samurais. We going to take we the samurais now. You see what I'm saying? They just taking everything. They can't stop. They ain't never going to be satisfied, man. Keep going.
Covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. Thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and hast sinned against thy soul. For the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and established a city by iniquity.
Right there. So, yea or nay, was America established by blood? Yes.
Yes.
Was it established by iniquity? Yes. So it said what? Woe to him. So you could call, you could say he Edomites, you could say the white people is Japhites, you could say they Ishmael, you say whatever the fuck they want to say. But did they get America by blood and iniquity? Yea or nay? So woe to whoever the fuck they is. Which we know they the Edomites. We just broke that down and made that clear. So we gonna leave it there. You got anything else?
No, that's it.
We gonna give our praises to
Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rokakadash.
Shalom.
Shalom.